You are lying in bed, scrolling through a feed. You swipe past a dozen posts, but then your thumb stops. You hover on a specific image for a fraction of a second before moving on. Most people think digital privacy is about keeping passwords safe or hiding direct messages. That view misses the vast ambient data collection happening in the background of almost every app and website you use. Companies log your exact physical locations, comprehensive browsing histories, and even those microscopic thumb pauses. This massive extraction operation is entirely legal. Users blindly click Agree on dense terms of service agreements, handing over their information without understanding the sheer scope of the surveillance. The modern digital experience operates like a one-way mirror. Subconscious behaviors, hesitations, and daily choices are actively monitored and recorded while you look at the screen. Every click, pause, and location ping is combined with thousands of other data points to build a data profile. A data profile is a centralized digital file containing your aggregated personal information. Artificial intelligence models ingest these massive lakes of information. They find patterns in those seemingly unrelated data points to build highly accurate, intensely personal psychological models of individual users. These systems identify your underlying fears, financial anxieties, feelings of isolation, and personal desires. Your attention, behavior, and psychological vulnerabilities are the digital commodities being packaged for sale. Senator Bernie Sanders recently conducted an inquiry into the core economic motives driving this AI architecture, questioning the exact purpose behind such extensive data collection. The driving force behind this invisible infrastructure is corporate profit. The system is designed to turn human behavior into valuable, actionable insights. This information is frequently traded by data brokers. Data brokers are companies that collect, aggregate, and sell personal information about millions of people to corporate advertisers, usually without the subject's knowledge. Advertisers pay premium prices for these profiles because they work. Companies use these AI-generated insights to dynamically alter the prices you are shown and target you with ads mathematically optimized to exploit your specific consumer behavior. The commercial internet functions as an automated behavioral modification machine, explicitly designed to extract maximum capital by exploiting personalized vulnerabilities. This commercial architecture is completely available for purchase. Political campaigns and foreign governments frequently buy access to these identical manipulation tools. They use a tactic called micro-targeting. Micro-targeting is the practice of identifying specific voters based on highly detailed psychological profiles and serving them precisely customized persuasive messages. In traditional broadcast media, a political campaign puts an ad on television, and a mass audience sees the exact same message. Everyone shares a singular factual reality. Under a micro-targeted system, two neighbors are identified by AI as having distinct psychological vulnerabilities. The algorithm serves diametrically opposed narratives to each home. One neighbor is fed continuous messaging about protecting jobs, while the other sees an endless loop stoking fear about immigration. This mechanism actively fractures our shared national reality. It creates isolated information silos where democratic consensus becomes impossible because citizens no longer occupy the same factual universe. A severe contradiction exists within these systems. AI companies publicly promise to protect user privacy, while their entire business model relies on extracting that exact personal information to train and improve their own models. Imposing basic safeguards like transparency requirements and consent rules has proven incredibly difficult. Tech companies spend hundreds of millions of dollars lobbying the political process to prevent these regulations from taking place. In response to this massive lobbying effort, lawmakers like Sanders are proposing a pragmatic countermeasure, a moratorium on the development of new AI data centers to force a physical pause in the industry's expansion. Without the aggressive leverage of an infrastructure freeze, companies will use their immense capital to delay legislation. The rapid deployment of these data centers will simply outpace any attempt to enforce public protections. The consequences of this unchecked expansion extend far beyond digital servers. The ultimate impact lands directly on the individual citizen standing inside a voting booth. When corporations and foreign actors possess detailed psychological profiles of millions of people, They hold the power to manipulate choices and influence thinking at scale. The public's ability to make free, unmanipulated electoral decisions is compromised. Data privacy is the absolute structural prerequisite for a functioning democracy.